What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all social media platforms. This is your first time seeing my face or hearing my lovely voice. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims, survivors, and thrivers of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be entitled, Why Sometimes I Hate Being a Self-Aware Narcissist. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, whoa, Lee, you just killed a whole lot of people's hope about getting their partner self-aware and the growth and the journey and the therapy, this is that. So, if y'all are new here, I have been clinically diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. It's about 2018, which is kind of crazy, y'all. I've been a narcissist my entire existence. I've been pretty much self-aware. I do feel like every narcissist has a level of self-awareness, but whether they realize it's narcissistic personality disorder or something else or not, I feel like every narcissist has a level of self-awareness. So I've been since like 8 or 9 years old, y'all. I feel like I've been struggling with who I am and what I am and why I'm here, my purpose on this earth. You know, I've been struggling with my identity for a very long time. Like I never felt like I fit in. I just thank God I have a twin brother. Y'all, I love my twin brother to death. You know, if y'all want to check my twin brother's channel, he has a gaming channel out. Y'all can check his gaming channel out on YouTube. It's like Man versus Cards. He does like a gaming channel, but it's also, if you're my YouTube channel, go to community. He's the first channel I have linked in my community section. Just check him out, y'all. He's looking to try to get 1,000 subs anyway. Just check his channel out. He goes live and he loves answering questions about his brother and growing up with a toxic ass narcissistic twin brother. He's not a narcissist, by the way. But yeah, I've been struggling with identity for a very, very long time. And, you know, from the age of 7, 8, 9 years old, since I feel like, I tell people my story, I feel like I woke up at 8 years old, like 8 or 9 years old, my 8th or 9th birthday. I woke up between 7 and 9. I'm 37 years old. It's been 30 years. I feel like I woke up around my 8th birthday. Like, I just feel like I was born on my 8th birthday. Like I knew everybody around me. I knew my brother. I knew my family. But it just felt like, I was just born. I just feel like I had just got dropped off into my body at like 8 years old on my birthday. I knew my aunt. I knew my mom. I knew my brothers. I knew everybody around me. But I just didn't know my body. I didn't know my existence. I'm like, what am I doing here? I knew everybody. So I've been living like that for a very, very long time, y'all. Trying to fit into society, reading Cosmo magazine in the bathroom, trying to figure out how to get people to like me, copying my brother's style. That's the reason I have dreads. You know what I mean? He got dreads first and I got dreads. You know, copying his style, being funny, just cracking jokes and stuff like that to fit into society, make sure people like me. I always wanted people to like me. You know what I mean? But growing up, all my relationships started ending the same way. I would just get bored of people, y'all. I would literally get bored of people. I would literally be head over heels in love with somebody and then wake up and one day and look at this person and be like, what the hell am I doing with you? And it had nothing to do with them. The way a narcissist treats you has nothing to do with you, y'all. I promise you. It's internally what we have going on within ourselves. Like nobody that I've been with in my life, any girlfriend I've had, my older son's mom, like nobody deserved the behaviors that I exhibited towards them. They were just outlets. They were the outlets because they were closest to me, you know. And I talked to my son about this. I talked to my 14-year-old son about all this, y'all. He is super, I got him in therapy. He's super aware of what he has going on. He's a thriving teenager, doing good for himself. So proud of him. I talked to his mom, tell her about personality disorder. So, happy for her. She got a new husband. He's cool. We used to work together. My wife, she's on this journey as well, but just dealing with this stuff, like all my relationships ending the same way and just being super frustrated because no matter what I've accomplished in my life, it never felt like enough. So I'm struggling as a real estate agent. One of my delusions of grandeur, I quit my full-time job. I'm gonna be a real estate agent because one of my friends, Josh Hill and Jonathan Tager and Brandon Fink, 3 of my friends, are all real estate agents doing very well. Like, man, you need to get started in real estate. I'm like, man, I can do this with them, So I quit my job in April of 2017. I quit my full-time job, right? And I was like, damn. So I quit my full-time job. Wife didn't work. She had just got laid off from her job. She's super nervous. So in April 2017, I quit my job to be a real estate agent. Struggled over the whole summer and things like that. So October 2017, everything came to a head. My wife went to the gym or work or something like that, y'all. And then I had to watch my 6-month-old, 7-month-old son. and we were just no, I got the timelines mixed up. I had quit. No, this is 2016. This is October 2016. Sorry, y'all, I got my timelines mixed up. So this is October 2016. This is before I quit my job. So October 2016, I'm struggling. I got my real estate license. That's what it is. October 2016, I got my real estate license. And I was just like, I'm gonna be a real estate agent. But I still had my full-time job, so I couldn't do real estate like I wanted to. So I'm blaming my kid. I was like, I gotta work my full-time job. So my wife had went to the gym or whatever. So she came back. She came back from the gym or whatever. And she came back from the gym, and me and her got into like she heard me screaming at my son. Like my son, he was just yelling and screaming. I could not get him to be quiet for nothing. Right. He was just yelling and screaming. I was just like, oh my God, So yelling and screaming. My wife comes home, me and her get the argument, and she said, like, y'all keep holding me back. Like, God damn it, y'all, everybody hold me back. Nobody believes in me, blah, 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 blah. So she leaves. I'm leaving. I was like, get the hell out. I don't need y'all, find somebody else. So she leaves and calls me a narcissist, and I was just like, whoa, what the hell? I called her a narcissist because I thought narcissists was just conceited, cocky people. Like, she's calling me arrogant. But when she left, I got curious and I looked it up. I looked up narcissistic person. I looked up narcissist, right? I typed narcissist into Google. I know I got my timeline mixed up, y'all, but y'all know what it is. I typed narcissist into Google, right? And it said, did you mean narcissistic personality disorder? I was like, well, I didn't mean that, but let's go down this rabbit hole. Boom. Narcissistic personality disorder falls into my lap. I'm like, damn, this is me. The traits, the signs, the symptoms, the internal feeling, the internal dialogue, the monologue, all the other stuff fit into me. So I told my wife, like, look, come home. I'm a narcissist. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to go to therapy. Of course, she comes, like I said, skip the point. Y'all know the therapy journey. So I go to therapy or whatever. And I've realized I've been in therapy since October 2017. That's what it is, y'all. I've been in therapy since October 2017. Me and my wife got into an argument in February of 2017. I quit my job in April 2017. I started therapy in October 2017. So since I've been almost 6 years of therapy. There you go. Y'all came back. But in these last 6 years of therapy, y'all, the self-awareness, like since becoming self-aware, it can be tormenting. I know everybody wants to, you think you're dealing with a narcissist, you want them to become self-aware so they become the best version of themselves. I get that. How do I make my narcissistic ex, my partner, self-aware? How do I make my son's mom self-aware? How do I make my daughter's dad self-aware? I need them to be self-aware. Self-awareness is torment, y'all. Sometimes I hate being self-aware because it means you have to deal with it's like you have to fight your demons. When I was unaware, I didn't have to fight them. They worked a lot. It's kind of like we were working in tandem together to do mischief and do things like that to get over on people, to covertly take advantage of people, to covertly manipulate people. It's like the demons are working alongside me. But when you become self-aware and you actually want to work on it, you actually want to go to honest, vulnerable therapy, those demons turn on you. It's like your own mind turns on you. It's like, oh, you're going to do this? You're going to work on yourself? You're trying to get rid of us? Boom. Now I have internal conflict. Now I have internal dialogue. So not only am I trying to hold myself accountable, I'm like my internal dialogue is like, no, you're not good enough. Like this, no matter what you do, it's not gonna be good enough. No matter how much work you put in, you're not gonna be good enough. People are never going to accept you. You're a narcissist, you're a demon, you're a bastard, blah, 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 this. You've done horrible things to people. And like I said, you get into your mind, I get into my mind, I doubt myself all the time. I have to deal with the bad stuff I've done to people. I used to try to shake it off. Like, oh, my mind doesn't let me process guilt like somebody who doesn't think like me. When I was feeling guilty, like when I used to feel guilty, I used to always just blame the other person for why I felt guilty. You know what I mean? Why I felt guilty. I was like, oh, it's your fault. I feel guilty, but for doing what I did, but it's actually your fault because if you didn't push me, I wouldn't have done what I done. So it's actually your fault that I did what I did. So boom, it's on you. My mind wouldn't let me feel guilty. It would just make me blame the other person for why I felt the way that I did. You know what I mean? But now, self-awareness, my mind still tries to do the same thing, to blame the other person for the bad stuff that I do to them. But the self-awareness, the therapy, the work that I'm putting in says, no, this is your fault. You have to sit in this shame. My mind, the narcissistic part of me, tries to protect me from the shame. But the self-aware, the vulnerable part of me is fighting against it. Said, no, this is your shame. You have to deal with it. Stop doing things like this. So it's still an internal conflict, y'all. So sometimes I hate the way I think. Sometimes I hate the way I am. I hate the self-awareness in me. I really, really do. That's why sometimes I wouldn't wish self-awareness on anybody. I just keep doing you. Don't be self-aware because it's going to bring you a lot of pain. That's why I see my struggle with myself. And I know what I was struggling with before I was diagnosed. I know I was struggling with after diagnosis, after self-awareness. I was just like, man, this is kind of crazy. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. I'm just like, the way my mind works, it's just like, hey, you got to take this. The way I'm thinking right now, like, if you really going to work on yourself, you got to take this. If you're really going to be self-aware on this journey, you got to deal with this. So that's why I say I want people to get better. I want every narcissistic person that I encounter, or every narcissist that I hear about, I want y'all to get better. I really, really do. I'm not the enemy of narcissists. I'm not I'm not pulling the sword out striking narcissists down. But I do want y'all to understand that, like, if you're dealing with a narcissist, the journey of self-awareness is also painful for that narcissistic person. Nope. I'm not trying to get you to feel sorry for them. Like, Lee, you just made me feel sorry for my ex. I'm taking back. Don't you dare. Don't you do that. I'm not saying that. I'm not giving you reasons. I'm not giving you reason to go back. I'm just trying to give you the mind, how the mind of a self-aware person works. It's not just all, I know y'all see me talk about it easy sometimes. I'm cracking jokes. But sometimes I'm doing these skits, I think about it. I'm like, damn, I did some messed up stuff. Like, I've done this in this skit. And I got to look, and the people I've been involved with in my life that I've done this to are still in my life. So I got to face them. I'm like, damn, I did a skit where I've actually done this stuff, and I still got to go face my kids. I still got to face my wife, face my son's mom. I got to face these people that I've done bad things to. And I got to deal with them. I hate self-awareness sometimes. Like, I hate the accountability. It sucks sometimes, y'all. So I'm rooting for everybody out there who's fighting the good fight, who's trying to be a better person, who's trying to do who's trying to do the best that you can do. I do root for you. But sometimes, y'all, I do hate being self-aware because it is a mental struggle. That's why I go to therapy, though. Therapy helps kind of humanize me, helps me humanize myself. It helps me fight those demons that are turned against me. You see what I'm saying? The demons that used to fight with us, they turned on me. So therapy helps me fight those demons. Like, nope. And like I said, it's not a spiritual, to me, it's not a spiritual thing, y'all. But I know people go like, well, Lee, I'm glad you described it as demons because you are a demon bastard. I get it, y'all. But it's like, I do feel like self-awareness being self-aware kind of has set me free from the shackles of the toxicity sometimes. I'm free. That's why I wore my I'm free shirt today. The I Love Me, the self-love brand, I'm free. I had to wear that today. I had to rock that today. Because this episode just let y'all know, it's just like, self-awareness does not always mean, I tell people though, self-awareness does not always mean healing. Self-awareness does not always mean that they're going to be better. Sometimes people become self-aware and still choose to be toxic people. I'm a narcissist. What more do you expect of me? I'm toxic. What more do you expect of me? I got diagnosed as a narcissist. What more do you expect of me? You know who I am. You chose to be here. It's your fault that you're here. They'll blame you for staying in their life, y'all. They'll blame you for staying in their lives. I promise you they will. So this is me just telling y'all, it's okay to pick you. It's okay to choose you because, like, and I'm not telling you to wait around for that narcissistic person to go to therapy because they might not get better. Again, they might not get better. I'm working on myself and I'm holding myself accountable. I'm letting the public hold me accountable, y'all. I'm the most popular self-aware narcissist in the world. And the people, I get bashed every day, but it's cool though, because I help more people, Hope y'all, I know I rambled on a little bit this video, but I'm super thankful for y'all. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Like I said, the self-love brand is available. The self-love journal, the I Love Me journal, is available on Amazon. You can find it on Amazon by go to Amazon, hit Lee Hammock Self-Love, and there's an entrance into like a special little club in the back of the journal, y'all. Anyways, y'all, like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental healness is out. Peace.